Sarah Goff, and I'm here to talk about the importance of obtaining your credit report. The average credit score of Americans is 700, and a lot of people don't know that or know where that number comes from. So I'm here to talk about a few ways to obtain your credit report, why it's good, how to read it, and what you're gonna want to look for. And the reason why I'm talking about this topic is because it's pretty important to know your credit score. It helps you determine what you may or may not be approved for, especially when financing a house, getting a loan, or even applying for credit cards. Your approval is based on your credit score, sometimes called a FICO score. Let's see. Now that I've kind of told you a little bit about the background, let's talk about where to obtain your credit report from. And there are three major credit bureaus that you can go through. One is TransUnion, the other is Equifax and Experian. And you can log on to any of these sites and you can download your free credit report, which you get once a year. You get a free credit report. After that, the cost is enclosed on the website in case you need it for more than one reason. It's very beneficial to obtain this once a year just to make sure there's no fraud going on your account, make sure you know where you stand, how many delinquent payments you may have, just everything to maintain your credit score and make sure you have the highest possible. And like I said, according to the USA article that I came across, Americans are pretty clueless and don't really know their FICO score or where it stands or what it means. Some of the factors that impact your credit score are payment history, amounts of debt owed, the length of your credit history, new credit that you have, and the types of credit that you've used. So those are the main factors that are included on your credit report. The FICO scores range from 300 to 850, 300 being pretty poor, 850 being excellent. So you can range within those numbers depending on those factors on your credit report. The higher the number, obviously, the better. And then that will help you determine what options you have when it comes to financial decisions. Your credit report is broken down into several sections. Your personal information, your credit summary, your account history, public records, and credit inquiries. And each section will go into detail about why and when it was put on your credit report. If you do need more help on these sections and the description or knowing what it means, you can always log on, and online there's multiple resources to know what these different sections mean and what to do about them, how to read them. If you do come across something on your credit report that seems fraudulent or seems like it was reported as a mistake by a creditor, you can always reach out to the Federal Trade Commission, and that information can be located on their website at ftc.gov. And according to this website, it usually takes about 30 days for things to be reviewed and disputed if legit to dispute. So it's very important just to make sure you're not having fraudulent activity as discussed earlier. And now that we've talked about your credit report, let's talk a little bit more about your FICO score. Just to make sure that you do understand your FICO score is really important. These numbers do matter when looking at your credit score, and it's just good to maintain that information just to be financially responsible. There's 5 good techniques to improving or maintaining good credit. Avoid credit repair, make payments on time, and current, so keep up on your payments. Don't change your account profile, and spread the debt around. In other words, try not to owe more than 50% of your available balance on just one credit card. Spread it throughout your credit cards. If your credit does get damaged or you see that it's lower than normal, it can take months to years to repair. So you just want to make sure you keep up on financial responsibilities, be smart with your credit, and use it to your best advantage. And so just to summarize, we talked about where you can obtain your credit report, how to read your credit report, and what those items enclosed on your credit report are, and how to improve if needed. So I hope that that little bit of information encourages everybody to reach out and obtain your credit report and stay up on it, and keep yourself informed. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.